Hey, everybody. Oh, I forgot to set up my light. I look a little dark. Hold on, Nate. Just ride with me for a minute. Hold on. We're gonna do this right here. But Savage AF is the name of the show. You can still hear me and can't even see me. It's like magic. That's the beauty of Bluetooth and wireless. Okay, now we're gonna get some light on the subject. Bam. Ta-da. How you like me now? Okay. Gotta show you my good side. All right, Savage AF, man. You know what it is. It's going to be a Dro Solo edition, guys. Sorry to break it to you. I'm surprised myself. I was shocked when I got the news about 7 minutes ago. But yeah, Shane won't be with us. He's out of town, and I can't remember. I think he's in Georgia right now. Atlanta. I think he's in Atlanta, Georgia right now. Make sure you check for him at Comedian Shang on Instagram. The info will be up there. That being said, man, this is still Savage AF. All right, forget your feelings, facts matter. Don't worry, I'll be cursing in 3 minutes. But until then, forget your feelings, facts matter. That's our motto. I'm your host, Black Pedro. This is what we call a Dro Solo edition. Like I said, Shang is out of town. He'll be back on Monday. So will I. But for now, you're stuck with me, kids. All right, so get out your notebooks. Pop quiz. Don't you hate that sub? They were always a pain. Just doing too much, bro. Just kick it. Wheel in the VCR and the TV and let's watch something. Okay, that being said, Savage AF, we are here for you Monday through Friday, typically 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, typically. Live on YouTube and Facebook unless we get flagged. So again, typically. If you ever miss us live, take your fist, try your best to swallow it, okay? But before you asphyxiate on one of your limbs, you do have a chance for redemption. You can go to our YouTube channel. It is scrolling at the bottom of the screen, the URL, youtube.com/C/SavageAFWorld, all one word for those who are listening. And when you get there, man, listen, get active. Ding, ding. Stay active, y'all. Make sure you subscribe, get notified, share it with your friends. You know what I mean? Stay active, man. I feel like that was an overly produced effect, but it got the point across, right? Show you right. If you have been kicked off of YouTube, you're probably a degenerate in need of therapy. I've been there, still on it. So no judgment, just helping you identify issues. But you probably still have Facebook left because they don't give a shit. So we're also on Facebook. If you go to Facebook, Savage A.F. Savage A.F. You need 2 periods. A.F. Look, it's the best way to find us on Facebook when you get there. Get to liking. Get to liking, my dude, my sister. Yo. Thumbs up. We need it. Also share it there. Did I curse already, Nicole? Is that why you flagging me? Dang it. I almost made it. I had 15 seconds left. Anyways, thank y'all for being here. Nicole, I see you. Damani Jones. ZNat, I see you as well. Lady Hazel May. That's an official title. You know that, right? Lady. Kuchadamas, bro. I see you in the building, man. You know what it is. Thank y'all for being here with me. Hang out for a minute. You know, this is gonna be a quickie. It's a draw solo edition. I'm not gonna keep y'all too long. What I am gonna do though, as I promised, is I'm gonna be annoying and just keep reminding you that, especially if you're in the LA area, on and I'm gonna take this banner down for 1 second before I do this. May 25th, 13 days from now, Black Pedro is engaged. It's an engagement in and of itself. No, but that being said, I'm taping my half-hour comedy special. Two tapings, 7:30 and 9:30 at the three clubs. It's on Vine and Santa Monica Boulevard, 1123 Vine Street. That's LA, y'all. There's an Eventbrite. I have a link in my IG. Oh, which I forgot to mention even too, you know. So important. Without the IG, you see it right here at Black Pedro. Make sure you do at comedian Shang. But yeah, in my IG, I have the Eventbrite link for Black Pedro is Engaged. By the way, directed by Shang, who usually would be like over here, but he's not. So it's like imagine Shang is here, right, like here, and then oh shit, this is confusing as fuck. Anyways, Savage AF, fuck your feelings, facts matter. Way past that point. I am drinking Sauvignon Blanc today. Cheers to that. Marlborough, New Zealand, great region. You like that gooseberry? You like that grapefruit? I got it for you, girl. Take a sip. One more sip, girl. Just one more sip. All right, so you know what it is, man. We're gonna get into it. It's Friday, May 12th, 2023, in the time space continuum. Savage AF, fuck your feelings, facts matter. Black Pedro, this is Drill Solo Edition. Shang will be back on Monday, which means we're gonna end today with a Black Pedro pop-in. I'm gonna try and do like a condensed but fully, full of subject show, like not just one thing, not just me babbling, but let's go. We're end with the Black Pedro popping. We're going to talk about the NPVIC, the NPVIC. I'll be back with that. Stick around. Before we get into that, the other night, I skipped the show yesterday. Shang wasn't going to be on it. And I decided to focus on, promoting the special. Black Pedro is Engaged, May 25th, 2 tapings, Los Angeles, at Black Pedro on Instagram. Listen, CNN has now become the Cracker News Network. And we're going to talk about their clown hall sham. You see what I did? But before and I mean you and I, stay active in the comment section. I'm going to do my best to keep up. But before we get into that, we're going to talk about a submarine, as in subpar. Sorry, let me catch this dude's name. Say his name, Jordan Neely, a man who was experiencing homelessness and mental health issues, was choked to death by one Daniel Perry, a former United States Marine, who took it upon himself to play, American, and to do his best to subdue a guy who was being loud and maybe aggressive about being hungry and homeless, but not being physical. He restrained him for, it looks like, about 15 minutes in a reverse chokehold, and killed him. Sorry. So I think my earplugs just failed. So we're just gonna go with the. Oh no, I'm still here. Yeah. Can you guys hear me? Sorry, I'm having some weird shit going on here. Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2. Can you guys hear me? I think you can. All right, I'm gonna keep going. Anyways, Jordan Neely was choked to death by one Daniel Penny. Okay, we back on. All right, thank you. And this was on New York subway. And I say without the video footage. That's in my humble opinion. But initially, Daniel Penny was taken into custody and then released. No charges. Then the footage came out. Then public outrage was expressed. And now we have second degree manslaughter charges. I know manslaughter speaks, I don't know the actual nuances. I'll try and pick those up as we go, but obviously I'm not a lawyer, but I know manslaughter is kind of a nuance or a difference between, intent, like first degree murder, like plotted murder. And manslaughter is more like you weren't trying to intentionally hurt anybody, but clearly your action, and reasonably anybody could argue that your actions could lead to harm towards people. So it's like about negligence versus intent, as I interpret it. So by the charges alone, they're saying that this wasn't a premeditated murder, but more of a situation of negligent action that led towards somebody's death. And I think after 15 minutes of chokeholding somebody, especially in a post George Floyd world, that it's pretty obvious that you were holding this man's neck and breathing airway too long. He's released on $100,000 cash bond, but this is just more of an update touch-in on this story because I know we brought it up, but did want to just keep it updated in the community, and I'm sure y'all are abreast, but let's talk about it. That there is we did get progress in this, and but once again, I think it's just strictly through the exposure of video footage rather than a systematic commitment towards justice in this case as well as many others like it. So if you see something, say something, but most importantly, record that shit and get it out there, and then go into hiding. Yeah, probably have to scrap your identity. Let me see. Coach Damas, he said, off subject, when and where are you taping your special? And is it going to be live? I want to watch your gig, partner. I appreciate that, partner. It's going to be a live. It's going to be a taping. I'm sorry, not a live. I'm not live streaming it, but it will be a taping. I'm doing 2 tapings, 2 shows here in Hollywood, California, Los Angeles, at a place called the 3 Clubs. Thank you for the opportunity to plug there. This is not a paid endorsement, but I'll throw it up because I have no shame at this point. But yeah, May 25th. That's a Thursday, a couple of Thursdays from now, 13 days to be exact, at the 3 Clubs, 1123 Vine Street, Los Angeles. In my IG, in my bio, I do have the Eventbrite link. Reserve your seats. It's a great venue. Got a great crew together. Shang is directing. It's going to be a good time. And then, not too long after that, later this year, it'll be, available for you guys to download and watch. And, I'm a humble man, just trying to buy a helicopter. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Am I asking too much? Were we asking too much for justice for Jordan Neely? I don't think so. And fortunately, but unfortunately, only through, I think, public pressure and obvious evidence and footage, do we see any steps towards that justice? So Let's go. Let's keep our eyes on that. Let's keep our eyes on that. Kuja Diamond said, I bought a helicopter. It ain't worth it, homie. No, I get it, man. But first, I'm going to get a used one. You know what I'm saying? I never buy new. Because, year to year, the models don't change that much. And yeah, no, I don't need the the winterizing coat. I don't even need that on the paint job. It's clean. Just give it to me straight off the line. You know what it is, man. Savage AF. Fuck your feelings. Facts matter. This is a Dro Solo edition. I'm gonna keep it moving because that's what that's what I need to do here. All right, man. I thought Shang would be here to share his feelings with me, but I didn't want to let too many days pass. I touched up on this, but I got MSNBC riding in the background now. I have been riding CNN for a while. I have friends as well as light associates who work at and for CNN, and so I supported that network. But after this the shit they did on Wednesday, yeah, and okay, so full disclosure, and this is a moment of defeat for me. So maybe I'm glad that Shang is not here, but to watch me talk about CNN become the Cracker News Network in full bloom. But that was a clown hall on Wednesday, and I'll admit that on Wednesday's show, just an hour, a couple hours before the event aired, I was like, oh well, I'm not mad at CNN for doing this. He is the leading Republican candidate, and they are a news network, and so it makes sense to have a town hall, and we know what he's gonna say, and blah blah blah. So I assume they're gonna have like somebody. I like Caitlin Collins. She seemed to be okay, right? And she's sharp, and she was White House correspondent. So she lives this life, and I think they're gonna go at him, and it'll be it's a goddamn shit show, man. It was a whole toilet full of Republican ass juice. Oh man, that was okay. So first of all, fuck you, CNN, because I did not know that you were going to load that audience with just like Republican Trump supporters and like 3 fucking undeclared, which is just like MAGA light, when you don't want to get drunk, but you still want the gas. Okay. Ladies, I need y'all to stay focused. What are y'all planning? A family reunion? Says I'll be in Arkansas and Tennessee, Hazel. Hit me up, girl. Yes. Cheers to you, Lady Hazel, man. Keep your cups high. Yeah, CNN did a shit job. Number one, I did not realize they were putting together this completely Republican audience. When you say town hall, I thought it would be a town, not Crackerville, USA. You know what I'm saying? And fuck you, New Hampshire. By the way, you're now on my boycott list, and I think the first state from the north to make the list. I mean, you're now with Florida, Georgia, Mississippi, Texas. Yeah, New Hampshire. Like that was a shit crowd, and I know it's not all New Hampshireans, but it was enough. I saw enough. But yeah, man. Caitlin Collins got steamrolled, but that is a bit of a setup of a situation. But also after it, I didn't realize that she came from a conservative background in publications and used to be a Fox News contributor, and then came over to CNN. And I knew she was from Alabama, so that's always a little suspect. And I could, sometimes you could see it on them, and you're like, is she? But I see why Trump picked her. She was not ready for that moment. But it is also a bit of a setup moment where she's in a crowd full of Trump supporters. 7 out of 9 of the audience members who questioned Trump were Trump supporters, and the other 2 were undeclared, or what we might call independents anywhere else. MAGA mites. Yeah, Nicole, you know who they are. Nicole said, "What about Fox News? They didn't want him." Well, I think, and this is the other thing. This dude, Chris Licht, I think his name is Licht. The new and current guy who's in charge of CNN is trying to push the network towards the center and become a more centrist network. But it's like, who does that even speak to? Like, that shit is so polarized that you're gonna end up being a schizophrenic network that needs to make up its fucking mind. So yeah, I think he swooped in for the ratings. I see that now. In lieu of Fox, which is kind of reeling from lawsuits and money and in their own set of firings as well. So I think CNN just went in it for the bag to try and get Republican viewers, to their network, to like I said, to be a centrist network, and that's the sort of, I think, overall analysis of that. But the way this thing was set up, they might as well become Fox News Junior or Light, because I don't even know who's really in the center anymore. Like, you got MAGA, and then just the rest of the Republican Party is just kind of, still willing to lean in that direction a bit. These past couple of elections, though, did prove that there isn't quite such an iron grip on the Republican Party by the MAGA mites, as Nicole calls them, but there's still some grip there. So, CNN, I don't know who you were trying to get with this, because the liberals aren't. This shit is like, what the fuck was that, bro? All right, but just to come at it from another angle, because everybody's been shitting on CNN, and while trying not to shit on Caitlin Collins and trying not to defame the network in general, just saying that being critical of the execution of this event. And overall, I think could be classified as a debacle. But that being said, I can look at it the other way. I am able to see different angles on this, and one of the things I did say prior to it, which I thought would be a benefit of it, was that letting, and with the E. Jean Carroll case, I think it showed that letting Trumpy Dumpty talk in his own defense or whatever seems to end up getting him in trouble in court. Like, he's good at talking himself into trouble in court. He's good at talking. It's great for the base. He got the cheers. He got the laughs. He made fun of sexual abuse on E. Jean Carroll. Oh, got giggles from old white ladies too. They look like substitute librarians. Like, they can't handle the whole librarian job. You put them in for a few minutes, a little 3-minute stint, and then boom, thank you, Judy. Had old white ladies laughing at sexual abuse jokes, right? So he's good at talking, but not in a legal setting. And so the one silver lining, or I guess I'll give it two silver linings from this clown hall that CNN hosted for Donald Trump, or Trump rally light, uh, was that I think he defamed himself against E. Jean Carroll again, because again, even a day after being found liable for not only sexual abuse but defamation, he continued to say in this town hall that he did not know this woman, never met her, never seen her. And it's like, bro, that's already been proven in court. Like, we've seen the pictures. This is ridiculous. And this is part of the frustrations. Like, there were so many things that you could have came back at him way better than Caitlin Collins did, if she did at all. But I think that was just part of his ability to railroad this shit in general. And a lot of the analysis is that doing it live was just a huge mistake. You got to get him on tape and then cut that shit down and fact check it. But you know, yeah, he was just steamrolling Caitlin. I was on another thread there. Sorry, and I kind of lost my train of thought. But essentially, Trumpty Dumpty was just allowed. Oh, sorry, but with E. Jean Carroll, he defamed himself again, where he was like, I'd never seen her, I never met her. It's like, bro, that's been decided. Like, we know that you thought she was your ex-wife for a second in the picture. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Um, so that's one way in which he, like, and apparently E. Jean Carroll's camp is contemplating another defamation lawsuit because he left himself over, because he and not only that, not only was he denying ever meeting her and all of that. Sorry, I want to add that he also was calling her a whack job, and that's what the thing is. It's like, now you're calling this woman crazy, right? And that's the defamation part. It's like, you can't define somebody as crazy, loony, blah blah blah, with no evidence of behavior like that, or without any medical analysis or anything like that, right? Like, that is defaming somebody's character, making them look bad publicly. It affects people's money and reputation. So he did it again a day after being found guilty for this shit with the same person, like, live on the Cracker News Network. I mean, it was amazing and got laughs. So and I'll get to that in a second. But the other silver lining to this would be Jack Smith, who would be like the Agent Smith from the Matrix. He's Mr. Anderson. He's that guy. He's the special prosecutor that's on Trump for the Mar-a-Lago document retention, misconduct. And so in this town hall with Caitlin Collins, Trumpty Dumpty did run his mouth, and he was like, I'm going to paraphrase, but he doubled down on taking the files and saying that automatically by him taking them, they were declassified. And that he was like, oh, maybe I showed them to some people. I don't know. I can't remember. I might have. I don't know. That kind of thing. I think he's brought admissible evidence into court now, because his lawyers were arguing that those documents were taken inadvertently. But now he's like in a public sphere on CNN, stating that no, he took, and he's always said this, but once again he's saying it, that no, I took these documents, they were mine, I automatically declassified them, and I may have shown them to people. So these silver linings are like, okay, while CNN did platform Trumpty Dumpty and gaslight all of America, we may have gotten some extra court material out of this. So I don't know, 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. Who knows? But we'll keep our eye on it. But the one time before I bounce on to the next thing, I did want to address what I think has always been the greater issue with Trumpy Dumpty and when talking about him is the audience, is his base, right? Are those people in New Hampshire, those white folks, and I could only get about halfway through it, so I don't even remember if I don't remember seeing a black face, um, and I didn't mean that in terms of costume. I just mean a black person. Um, I don't remember seeing a black person in the audience, um, but to have an audience like that that was applauding, you know, these repetitious lies, these unbacked statements with no facts that are obviously lies and untrue. Um, you know, to laugh at the misogyny, the sexual assault or abuse. Um, you know, to support the election fraud claims still to this day. You know, still shows that, hey man, Trump or no Trump, these are your neighbors, whether it's house by house, town by town, state by state, whatever it may be, just, you know, American to American. These are the people that we live amongst, right? New Hampshire, that little audience, it's a small swath, but representative, you know, definitely, definitely representative of his base and enough of a chunk of the Republican Party that would still allow Trumpy Dumpty to be the nominee for their party. He's still the leading them. So whether they're hardcore base or not, the majority of that party is still behind that man. But yeah, Lady Hazel May, shame on CNN for real. Absolutely. They could have done a much better job. Keep talking that kush too, girl. Go ahead. I'm more of a sativa guy. Like to stay light on my feet. But yeah, I'm and you know I'm off CNN at this point. You know, I'm not gonna call for a full boycott because, like I said, I know people who make their bread there. But and you know, I support those individuals. But the network is in a shit bucket right now, and it's seeming to me to be under poor leadership that has a misguided concept of what America is moving towards in terms of news and information. Because you're not going to sit here and play both sides of the fence. Those days are over. You're either going to be critical reporting or some right wing propaganda fucking arm. So, but that's just my little opinion. What do I do? I just vote. Whatever. Savage AF man, fuck your feelings. Facts matter. They're just gonna be my only oh shit. You know what I meant to do? Hold on. I'm gonna babble a little bit while I try and bring in this video because it is important to my pop in there. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. All right, so I got I had to airdrop a video to myself. We're gonna go ahead and add it to here real quick. By the way, guys, make sure you're following at Comedian Shang on Instagram at Black Pedro. These things are so very important. The reason I want you to follow at Black Pedro specifically right now, is that we May 25th. It's a Thursday night. I am going to be taping my live comedy special. Gonna be a good old time at the Three Clubs. It's a nightclub in oh shit, can I not bring this in? God damn it. Oh wait, maybe I'm in the wrong. Yeah, I'm talking to myself, sorry guys. No. All right, I'm not gonna be able to bring in the video anyways. Sorry. So but make sure you go to my Instagram. Eventbrite link is there in my bio. If you're in the LA area, May 25th. Black Pedro is engaged. You know what it is, y'all. All right. I'm gonna keep it moving. We're gonna end the show. And as I end it, I'm gonna do a little something like this.
Hey, hey, hey. It's your boy Black Pedro popping in, hey, 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 with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin'.
All right, man. It's your boy Black Pedro with another popping and let you know it's popping. I've been here on show, so it shouldn't be a surprise at all. But I don't know if you guys are familiar with the economist and political mind Robert Reich, brilliant guy. Make sure you look him up. Reich is the last name. Robert. Little dude. He'd be like a wizard hobbit on a in a fairy tale story. Fantastic, but a brilliant economic mind and political mind, I should say, as well. But I caught a video the other day. It's about 5 minutes long. I had cut it down to like 2 minutes, but apparently there's a format situation going on, man, and it won't allow me to pull the video in to this. Um, you know what? If I play it from my computer, it won't work. Anyways, the National Popular Vote Interstate Compact, NPVIC. It's a whole lot of words that don't. A whole lot of words and letters that don't initially sound like a Guach damned thing. But this video that I wanted to show you by Robert Wright, it breaks down, our basic problem with the electoral college system. And he even states in the video that the ultimate goal should be to get rid of the electoral college, right? He pointed out how in the year 2000 and in 2016, both George W. Bush and Donald J. Trumpy Dumpty both won the presidency through the electoral college while failing to get the popular vote, right? Which means that most American people voted for Al Gore and Hillary Clinton, but George Bush and Donald Trump won because of the electoral college, which is uh, reconstructionist, kind of reactionary legislation to make sure that Black people's votes didn't count because there were a lot of Negroes, and it's terrifying. They would not be voting for your fascist fucking policies, right? So the video breaks that down a bit. I think he said there's 538 electoral votes in America. So whoever gets 270 or more wins the presidency. But that's regardless of the popular vote. So what this National Popular Vote Interstate Compact is a compact, a contract, an agreement between interstate, between states, who agree that um, they will give their votes to whichever candidate wins the popular vote. Okay. At this point, I think he said there are 15 states that are in the compact already. Uh, like a lot of the West Coast, California, Oregon, Washington, like look like New York, and including Washington D.C. But so far, the compact has 195 electoral votes. So they only need a total of 75 more electoral votes to get to 270 to be able to form a coalition that can circumvent, can use the electoral college to circumvent itself. And I found this very, very interesting because, like, um, the electoral college is meant to give basically rural white Americans more footing with the densely populated urban centers that are more diverse. So give poor white folk more power than they should have based on numbers. But that being said, That was the point of the Electoral College. But now this system, this national popular vote interstate compact, would basically circumvent that purpose and give the power back to the general population, which is more densely populated in coastal cities and major urban areas in the Midwest and the South. Um, Constitutionally, and we've seen it happen in the past, um, electoral delegations can grant their votes to whoever they want to. They can do, in general, in most states they go with the popular vote, but there have been instances where it didn't. Bernie Sanders won West Virginia back in 2016, but they gave it to Hillary Clinton. The Democrats did, the DNC, in West Virginia. So just shit like that can happen. But so that being said, that these states, these electoral bodies have the power to give their votes to whoever they want to. They can form this compact and do just that. And all of them agree that, okay, we're going to give all of our electoral votes to the person that won the popular vote. So then in a situation where maybe in a swing state, that was another big point of this video, where these swing states where, catering to these small little, pods of orcs will get you these electoral votes that don't represent the national kind of ideology. They no longer become as swingy, right? Because let's say that Michigan, my home state, which is not part of this compact yet, but has it on the kind of next ballot coming up. Their decision to join. Let's say that it swings, that the popular vote there swings Republican for the presidential race next time by somehow, some way. But in this compact, all the other states have gone blue or whatever, and that or I'm sorry, what I should say is that, let's say Michigan goes red, but Joe Biden wins the popular vote. The Michigan delegates, electoral college delegates, would give their votes to Joe Biden. And that would be a part of the compact. So looking forward to that, because that could help circumvent the whole electoral college system, which would require, I believe it said, 2/3 of Congress and 3/4 of state legislatures across America to amend the Constitution around this. But we can circumvent the Constitution and the Electoral College basically by using it against itself. So let's all get behind. If your state isn't already in, mine is. I'm in California. But if your state isn't in the National Popular Vote Interstate Compact, write your local congressperson. Okay, get letters out to your senator. It works wonders. I say that jokingly, but realistically, yes. Put pressure on your local and state officials to get your state involved in this compact, because the Electoral College is bullshit, and getting it amended officially constitutionally will be a lot harder. But this works within the system to do just that. Let me see. Lady Hazel May said, in 1980, my mom told me the presidential vote was rigged, but always vote local. Well, the electoral college is a system meant to rig. Yeah, what should just be a popular vote. And I don't know if it's always rigged, because some, like Biden, Obama, they both won the popular vote and the electoral vote. And in that case, it's hands down. But it is a way for Republicans with these minority ideologies that are fascist and dictator like, it allows them to get through every now and then due to the technicality of itself. But yes, voting locally is as critical, if not more. Carolina Boss, I see in the building. He says, problem with voting is since they took civics out of school, no one knows how to do it. And not even that, man. I mean, they're between redistricting and just voter law issues that Republicans are always trying to implement, obstacles to the booth itself. They just don't want bodies to get in the booth at all. Because I think a lot of black people at this point, especially, know and understand the importance of voting. I mean, these are the things that Trumpy Dumpty was complaining about, and still is. He said it the other night in the town hall. He's like, look at Milwaukee, look at Detroit, look at Atlanta, look what happened in Philadelphia. These are all the places where black people specifically came out in droves and voted his ass out. And he's mad at you Negroes for doing that. He didn't even mention Los Angeles where I am because don't fuck with California. We don't play that. Nicole said Texas ain't going. I've been telling you to run from that communist state for years now. All right, woman. If you don't write this stuff down, I don't know what to tell you. Lady Hazel May, yes, she meant electoral college, but was talking layman's terms so young me would understand voting. I was like 9. No, absolutely. And it's great that she would even, be having those conversations even at that young age. I mean, that's how it was for me. Riding to school every morning, we were listening to fucking NPR, like, bum, 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 bum. Fucking All Things Considered, Cokie Roberts and all of that. So yeah, and it's good, and make sure you're passing that on to the youths. get the kids involved early. Understand that we need to participate, especially in these times. And I would say that even if the system does fail, make sure you participate so that you can see that it failed you, not so that you sat back, didn't do anything, and then just complained, right? Like, yes, go use the system and then let it fail you, right? Don't just sit back and not use the system at all and then complain about it not working. Make sure you test it out. Test all the weaknesses. Oh Lord, here comes Carolina Boss with Doomsday. Says, sorry to say, Trump stands a better chance of going to heaven than South Carolina joining the pack. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm not. I don't have much confidence in any of these major southern states or any at all joining that. But again, 75 votes away. Michigan and I believe either Wisconsin or Minnesota are up next to consider it, and they have about, I think about 27 combined votes. Michigan has 15, and the other state had 12. So that'd be a third of what they need to fill that gap. The cops are on me right now, so I might have to end this one early. And Lady Hazel May says, yes, my kids know about NPR. Hit them with it. That goddamn jingle is stuck in my dum 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 dum. Also played in orchestra, so I appreciated the sound like French horns. All right, man. Savage AF, man. Fuck your feelings. Facts matter. That's your Black Pedro popping today. That's your show for today. This was a Dro solo edition. You're welcome. Savage AF, man. We'll be back on Monday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Shank said he'll be back. So did I. We might have both just lied to you. I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen this weekend? But either way, man, be safe, y'all. Have fun out there. Oh, now Miss Adverb comes in. Well, you owe jumping jacks, push-ups, and 3 laps around the pool. All right, y'all. I'm gonna keep it pushing. I'm gonna see y'all on Monday. But until then, just words to live by, words of wisdom. Put this in your oatmeal and stir it up. Stay black if you are black. Okay. Do not be black if you are not black. Like just be you. Keep your finger out your nose.